that. I'm live somewhere. I do not know exactly where. Oh, okay. I'm live on G2 now. All right. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Ah, now I think we're live everywhere. Does that sound about right? That sounds about right. Okay. Oh, yeah, I see them live on my own business page. Yay. Okay. I'm not going to do that right now because we don't want echoes. Right. It's my first time being able to stream to IG at the same time that I can stream to oh, good. Okay, this answers all my questions. Thank you for dropping a comment, Laura, so I can not have to ask repeatedly, like, how does this part work? Thank you very, very much. Because now I can see, and now I can see the comments from everyone tuning in from Puerto Rico. You're kidding. What you doing in Puerto Rico? Looking for some place, some new land, some place you can buy, some place you can grow your own food and live off the land and live really luxurious. What you doing? Hi, Laura. Hi, CL. Glad you're back. Excellent. Beautiful. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Well, all right. The first part of this experiment is good. The only place I'm not streaming right now is LinkedIn and TikTok. TikTok, I'll get there. Really? Ooh, do tell. Yeah, you're in Puerto Rico. Huh? That's not bad at all. Carrie, I did not get back to your last recording, and I have a feeling you gave me a meeting time. Apologies. I've been out and about all day tending to, basic stuff for the fit. Come here. Show the whole world kisses. Look, that's you. I feel like you're very focused on me right now. But that's you on camera. Look, Stink, look. Could you look at the camera for a minute? Never mind. Okay. All right, y'all. You know why I'm here. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. It's my little friend. I can't find my rings to save my life. But all right, y'all. You know what I'm here for. I'm here to answer questions and to get the ball rolling on what I am now calling the purge. That's right, the purge. Opportunities are going to abound in between now and especially now through the end of May to work with me to clear out the shit. I said what I said. All right, y'all. My name, right? I should probably, even though I know everybody here knows me, I should probably introduce myself. All right, everybody. My name is Asaki Kai, spiritual alchemist, psychic teacher, hypnotherapist, lots of other things, NLP, Reiki, you know, all the usual stuff. What am I here for tonight? To pour into you, to answer psychic questions, to give you intel on whatever it is you may need. And we've just been through a mountain of different transits, right? Let's start with the beginning. I mean, really, from the beginning of the year. Hi, Sierra. That's how I hit it in my head every single time. But let's see. Paulette. Hi, darling. P.S. Paulette, the answer to that question, I heard yes immediately before I could. Oh, your friends are out there at the window. All right, don't tear up my blinds now. Go ahead and see your friends. And now he's announcing himself. I heard immediately. Thank you, Sierra. Thank you very much. I heard immediately. Yes, you will find a new place this summer. I am also hearing on the water. I'm not sure if they mean like on the beach or just on a river or a lake, but I'm hearing on the water. So, hi, Michelle. You popped in my head several times in the last couple of days. I've been moving a bunch of stuff all around and pulled out pictures that you sent me. And I'm so grateful. Thank you very, very much, because they're going to travel well with me to some very anointed places. Alicia, hello, my darling. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, I have to say thank you to her again. These are such awesome pictures. They're very mystical. Oh my God, what is her name? The artist who created them. We all know her online. It's not coming to me right now because I want to, because I actually want to call it. I'm here to answer psychic questions, folks. So throw them at me. Throw them at me. Not planning on being on too long. Just wanting to let you all know we are in the season of the purge. Started with Cat Williams at the beginning of the year, right? Then we moved into, let's see, there was the spring equinox first. Then we moved into eclipse season, Mercury retrograde. We've been getting it all, y'all, and none of them are small transits. Then we got this Jupiter and Uranus thing happening. Good, yes. Also, we'll dig out all the shit, and I mean, no, I'm sorry, Pluto Uranus, right? It will dig up all your stuff, and it is digging up all the shadow. I have heard more people, my elders, my juniors, everybody going, man, this really brought up blah, 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 or such and such a memory just came up, or I feel like I'm supposed to be addressing this or that, or this thing keeps happening and I'm so frustrated with it, which means essentially the universe is saying, go deal with it, damn it. It's an interesting time. And CL. Okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna just jump because the words caught me. Self-doubt and insecurity have been swirling around. Is everything okay? Yes, 100%. Everything is okay. You're really actually right in the deep of what I'm talking about right now. I have probably gotten more messages in the last 48 hours, I'm gonna say, of people going, okay, like, seriously, is there no point to anything? Like, that's how, and please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying people are like suicidal. It's not that extreme. It's a lot of measuring and asking, what was this for? What is this for? What is all of it for? A lot of us are asking those questions. And moreover, after we're asking those questions, we're asking, where do I fall into all of that? How do I play into this entire schematic, the planet, my country, my community, right? We're being asked these questions on a global scale and on an individual scale. And for a lot of us, we are in the thick of this energy and being tested in some area. Could be family, could be friends, could be, why do I get the strong feeling this TV is about to go to what I'm broadcasting and I don't want it to do that? Oh, no, I'm wrong. Went back to the dog music. Okay. It may be your money. It may be where you live. It may be you having to learn to kind of calm through the storm or stay present through the not knowing. There's a lot of not knowing right now. I know. That's why I'm here. There's a lot of not knowing right now. There's a lot of people going, okay, am I supposed to be here? Is this the path? Am I in the right direction? Am I even walking uphill? Am I doing it? Am I doing it at all? I too had to go through a spell of these questions, and I too work with the coaches and all of the people, Carrie Ann Livingstone being one of them. We co-coach one another through these odd ass phases. They're odd. This is an odd phase, no question. We are all getting tested in some capacity. It's different for every single person. For some of us, there is evidence that we have already been through a thing, and we're like, oh, okay, I'm handling this better than I would have, say, in 2019 or 2017, or maybe it was 1997. Doesn't matter what the year was, but you are handling it differently. Or something that might have triggered you a long time ago isn't as triggering now, or doesn't have a trigger at all. That's when you really know you've done your inner work, your self work. For some of us, we're in the thick of it and we're being tested again. And the recognition is, this is a cycle and I just want it to stop, or I don't want to repeat this again. And for some of us, we are in the throes of the test, and everything that's happening to us right now just makes us cry. Like, I can't believe the world is this. I can't believe my family's acting like this. I can't believe my friends are acting like this. I have talked to more folks about divorce, separations, splitting up, who's taking custody of the dog and the children. I have seen more people leave jobs right now than I can shake a stick at, and equally as many go back into corporate after being entrepreneurs. Wow. there's big shifts happening for people, and they're still going on, folks. They really are. They're still going on. All right, I'm going to keep reading questions. Carrie Ann, yes, you caught me perfectly. Oh, thank you, love, thank you. So Paulette, new house this summer. I hear her. I can barely get through reading the sentence without hearing a yes, so it's definite. Right, right leg goosebumps. They're telling me it's a sign of something that's coming that you anticipate, and you're starting to, oh, this is about the move. You're internally, so I'm in the subconscious here. You are starting to feel real edgy about this, even though you're perfectly aware that it's going to be fine. You've been through far worse. Worst case scenario, you just go home, back to DC. But still, it all feels very icky and confusing. It's like, what are we doing? And you just want a solid answer. Carrie Ann, I can't tell you how much this is my life right now, which you already know, but that's what we're all experiencing in some way. CL, I'm actually getting, there's some of the same energy for you. It's, which way am I going? What am I actually doing? And what I get in that is what's creating that feeling of like, am I even doing anything? Are we moving the needle forward? Is there something happening? The questioning of the self. The questioning of the self is coming for many of us. And I know I'm speaking individually and broadly at the same time. My Aquarian friend Joy likely understands that. Because what is happening to us on the macro is happening to us on the micro. And that's just the truth of it. CL and Carrie Ann, what is happening to both of you is that in between. I've been saying, I've found myself saying this phrase a lot, the in between. We're in that place of the bridge, in between one phase of life and another. And I don't mean that on just one level, I mean it on all. But very often for most of us, it is showing up as one thing, like Carrie, for you, for example, it's where, like, where are we landing in this summer? Like, what's the plan for the fall? CL, with you, I get it has something to do with the art. I'm not real deep in this because they're giving me fuzzy lines, but something about the art, something has occurred that feels like it was either off-putting or a little confusing. Feels like an email or some sort of correspondence. Like, what? Like, what does that even mean in relation to? And it feels like it just threw you off in the sense that you very much got into your head and decided that X plus Y equals Z. And I feel like X could be combined with any letter in the alphabet and still equal Z. You feel what I'm saying? In other words, don't analyze the Y too much, because whatever the change or the shift was in that intel, it's still moving in the same direction that you wanted all along. P.S. I'm glad I landed exactly there. That's the case for all of us, folks. 99% of this is going in exactly the direction we actually want it to. It just feels like right now, like, what in the hell is happening? What am I doing? And is this really the path to get me to point Z? I get it. We're all, oh my gosh. Okay. See, yeah, and that's hurtful. It is, especially when it's people. It's always more hurtful. I tend to think when it's coming from women who are your peers, or women that you have some regard for or an emotional attachment to. It's like, damn, I thought you saw me. And that's the energy I'm getting right now. Like, you of all people, I thought you got it. And they just didn't. And I'm going to say, okay, so I'm going to answer that real directly, CL, and this is just for you. Yeah, you're up for it. You are. You're tough as shit. You just are in an energy where it's like, oh, really? I can't. And I sitting here on a live, knowing I'm going to go into Facebook, right? And there's going to be probably 2 or 3 people who are literally soliciting every single person that I have spoken to who's asked me a question. I'm not kidding. This is normal stuff now on Facebook, on IG, and they're perfectly okay with it because what the hell do they care if they're frauding the hell out of us, right? I get that. Or the energy of, people coming in and saying untoward things. This is deeper than that, because I feel like this was somehow you viewed these folks or these individuals as a core audience of some sort. And I get it was very hurtful. Also, okay. Thank you. That must have meant Yeah, I hate it. Okay, I got. Try not to out loud me. Okay, you know how I feel about that. Here's the thing. There is a parting happening, CL, and it's happening for all of us. And what you are seeing in that group, and I mean no harm when I say this, is some people look like they're in development, and they might be just treading water, and that's the case for a lot more people than we imagine. Wow, you're really just gonna put on the whole show, aren't you? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Begging strips probably aren't happening for a few days. Anywho, I totally get that, where it shined that light on, oh God, am I prepared to be in an energy where people are coming at me like that? It's, again, it is it's the same question that Carrie Ann has had to ask recently. It's the same question I'm having to ask, because we already know what it looks like. And there was a time when we had the energy for it. You know, when you first started, it's like, oh no, and I want to explain, and I want to, now we're kind of at a point where it's like, look, A, I'm an expert. B, I don't want to explain anymore. C, seriously, where did you folks come from? And I don't really need all these digs, just coming at me. Can you handle this? I'm just telling you literally what Spirit is saying. You have free will and all the choice in the world on this. You can. In large part because you're literally going to tune these people out. And I don't mean that in a we're not friends anymore kind of sense, more in a you just don't get this anymore kind of sense. Your work is evolving. Your work is evolving. Your art is literally elevating. Don't forget I said that. Your art is elevating, meaning it's going to be over people's heads sometimes. The one thing I have learned in these last 4 to 6 months is it's not that easy being psychic. It's not that easy being intuitive. It's not that easy being first. That's easy for me in the outside world because it's what I do. You know what I mean? Like me being ahead of the curve on psychic is a win because it's also my business. At home with my family, sure, I could tell you stories that would really, really make your head hurt right now. But the point in the stories is I'm just ahead. I'm psychic. I'm just way ahead of the curve. So the things I think are happening right now, everybody's looking at me like, why didn't you just calm down? You're really just too excited. Like, no, I'm not too excited. It's coming. I haven't been wrong yet. But until it does, that in-between energy can feel like freaking agony. Don't let me BS you about that, because it's agony for me too at times. Now, is it agony anymore? No, but I'm just getting to the phase, and this is after a lot of ass whipping. I mean that the last 4 to 6 months at least have been this real trial period of, first of all, lean back, breathe. None of this is actually about you, even though it seems so unbelievably personal. People are having their own little micro, whole other schisms happening, and they don't know how to tell you that. So instead, it just comes out as, this is personal and I don't like you. And that's not the case at all. That is not the case at all. In fact, a lot of people are going through a I don't like myself very much phase. So just try, if you can, to take all of whatever's coming into your ears or at you with a grain of salt, and understand that separation that we have been talking about forever, right? It has already occurred. And because it has already occurred, a lot of us are feeling, I must have got that right too. A lot of us are feeling very lonely. A lot of us are feeling very isolated because we don't think that a lot of the folks around us, or a lot of the people that we may have called tribe, they're no longer relatable. This too is a part of the journey. The ascension has happened. Many of us are in a different dimension, looking at other folks. Whoo, child, looking at other folks going, I'm not even in the same timeline. And I can tell there are moments I have with my own family, with my own friends, where I'm like, we are not on the same planet anymore. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to do this part for a while. It ain't going to be over tomorrow, I promise you. It's okay, though. No, it's not just you. In fact, these are the only conversations I'm having right now, where people are like, is everybody all right? Yeah, they're okay. They're just in the dimension they're in. And until they move or shift, and they may not all move or shift. And I've seen 3 healers say this in the last 24 hours. I've seen 3 healers say this. stop getting in the way of other people's process, right? I'm one of those people, oh Lord, they're gonna hit the bridge. There's a missing link in the bridge. They're gonna fall in the water. Let me go help them. That's not always your job. It's not always our job, folks. Sometimes our job is to lean back far enough so that these individuals can actually transcend themselves. We can't do it for them, right? And P.S., and I want to say this so that I create a little humility here as well. Everybody going through a trial on something. We're all just going through different trials at different times. In other words, one person's going through a trial about money, the other person's going through a trial about love. Three houses down, that person's going through a trial about education or school. 5 houses down from that, they may be going through a health trial. You understand what I'm saying? So there is no one person who's got a lock on this thing more so than anybody else. And P.S., everybody in the 3rd can be in the 5th. Period. End of story. That's an individual decision. They get to decide. Sometimes people think that's a privilege to be able to decide and have that free will. Some people think that's a burden. You'd be amazed how many people fall into the latter category of thinking that's a burden. It's not a burden. It's here for us. It's what God gave us so that we can choose. A lot of people don't want to choose. And a lot of people are also so afraid of facing themselves and whatever thing they think is underneath it all in the basement. They won't go there. And therefore, they're kind of stuck in this weird, funky energy that's still saying, I don't know how to fix it. It's just this never-ending loop. Get out of people's way, folks, so that they can heal too. That's huge. And I promise you, it's one, all of you who are on here, feel free to come right back to me in a month or 2 weeks when it looks like I'm not doing it and say, okay, baby, you got to let this go. Carrie, and you know I'm talking to you. You got to let this go. You have to let this go. You cannot do the healing work for anybody else. You can't do shadow work for anybody else. And trust me, you got your own to do. I don't care how much you've done. Trust me, you got your own to do. And even if you did, you can't do it for the next, you can't do it for your kids. And if you can't do it for your kids, you certainly can't do it for anybody else. You can't do it for your parents. Just not the way it works. And it's unfortunate because I promise you, many of us are like, I'll just turn this, or if we just do, not our jobs. Probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do is create boundaries and back the fuck off. That's not easy. Not, especially not with my family. Back up. I can see the answer right there. And then I got this thing and then the antenna and it's telling me and they're not that interested. So just let it. This is a phase. We're still in very much that Aquarian energy, even though we've actually moved into the era of Aries. We are still very much coming out of that Aquarian energy of individuality. Worry about you. There's nothing else we can do at this point other than continue to give the intel and hope that more and more people say, oh, okay, I'm going to deal with my shadow too. One after another after another. That is my hope for the planet. Truly, truly, truly. Alexis, I'm going back up for a hot second here because I know I missed, I think, an initial. Yeah, it's this, and in particular, you're a Taurus like me. I call you my baby Taurian. Walking away, being at odds with family is damn near impossible for me. I'm like, oh my god, the agony. I mean, it's drama. Let me be clear. I don't want to downplay that one. You want to, in fact, you know how I know that it's always the big one? You've all heard me talk about my ayahuasca experiences, right? First 3 ceremonies. First one, whoo, look at me. I got through the sexual assault and all the big stuff. And I'm like, what? I'm doing it, girl. I had all these visions. Talked to an ex-boyfriend. Honey, I thought I was cooking. Second one, hell, everything happened in that one. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I am so good at this. Third one, swear to y'all, 3-4 hours into the ceremony, I hadn't purged. I thought I was so cleansed that I could go home. That's right, folks. I didn't do it until like 42. What is the likelihood that I had just cleared all of it out? And I'm going to add on to that. My parents lived through Jim Crow and picking cotton. Just the generational, just like, come on. You know, like the unrealisticness of me. Where, oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I went about my business just as arrogant that night. Like, oh, my ceremony's over. I didn't purge because I don't need to. And then the real purge began. because my last ceremony was about family. Family is always the hard one for me. I don't doubt it's any different for you, Alexis. And I think for many of us right now, we are all still purging mother and father wounds without question. Hang on, I'm still scrolling up because I still don't see the actual. There we go. Okay. How is the store going to turn out for me? All I hear is the number 7. I see July, the 5th of July, the 4th of July, the 5th of July, the 7th of July. There's a window of time. Is this when it's actually happening? Are you planning for a month and a half from, like, is it that quick? Could it be that? Well, it's 2 months from now. Yeah, they're just giving me a bracket on the calendar, literally January, July 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Somewhere in that window is where they're just saying it takes off. Yes, Alexis, that is for you. It says something is taking off in that very time frame. Thank you, CL. Bless you too, honey. I'm so glad to talk to you. My goodness, it's been a while. And the isolating stuff is huge. I gotta tell you, if people were like looking at my life from the inside, I'd be like, wow, you really just don't go outside, do you? No, not so much. That's not true. I go outside just in my yard, in the woods, playing around with the dog. But honestly, I have found myself retracting from a lot, knowing that it was necessary to move me from one phase to another. Otherwise, that part wasn't going to happen. So I'm coming out of that, but not quite done, not completely done, almost done, I can tell, but not quite complete with it. Okay. So Alexis, that's making sense. Good. Y'all know I got full-blown ADHD, right? And much like Amanda Seals, no, it hasn't been clinically diagnosed. We can all figure it out, for God's sake. Yeah, that's a rant I'd like to go on to. Boy, black folk and the inability to think full spectrum is something else. We got to get it together. Amanda Seals is a gift. Hello. Come on now. Anytime people are advocating for the black community, it's a gift. Like, why don't we get that? Sorry, ran over, I swear. Okay. All right. So does that answer the question, Alexis, does that answer the question for you on the store? I'm not really getting anything else except these really hard dates, but they're real clear on the dates. Joy, looking for a new job, any direction. I hear yes immediately. Same industry? Adjacent. So it is adjacent to the industry you are in now, or the industry that I know you to be in right now. It is industry adjacent. They're telling me more money, less. Woo, hello. Okay, I'm glad to be reading about this now. More money, less time. I don't feel like the position itself is actually going to be, I don't feel like you're in the job until August. So, it just feels like it takes a while for this to come about. And I will tell you, this definitely feels like it's coming more from word of mouth and networking than it is like Indeed, or some other, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like you're talking to people in and out of the industry that you were in, or that you are in, or you were in. Either way, you're talking to folks, and that's how you find out about this position. They're saying the word sizably more money. So this feels like a pay increase to me, a big one. I also feel like there's something else that's taking off almost at the same time. It feels like all of your secondary businesses, and I know we haven't talked in a minute, so I don't know which is and which isn't anymore. So I'm just going with like everything from product to lashes to something in these departments is also going to start moving forward again. And in part because you have the time to dedicate to it. I hope that makes sense. In other words, the new job is going to give you more money and more time to work your side hustle. Riddle me that, Batman. Yeah, that's what it's saying. You are okay, so we're saying the same thing, Joy. Good deal. I'm so excited about that. You are essentially moving into a job that gives you more money and more time to do the side hustle. And the side hustle is both. I feel like it's beauty and healing. So there's I feel like there's a 20%, is it 20% of your clients are going to have a very specific crossover between, like, they'd probably be like me, lashes and chronic, Feel where I'm going? Because they need both. So some of your folks are going to fall into exactly both categories. And you're going to find yourself doing like these almost kind of VIP days, where you do all this beauty stuff and then you do chronic healing in the same session. That's good. Make sure you send that to me when yeah, that sounds real good. For those who do not know, Joy is a pranic healer. I don't riff and brag a lot about healing modalities because I tend to look at all of them like this is God's light. We're all moving God's light, but the pranic healers I really put in a very separate category. They feel more like they kind of feel like they descend from the monks. They when there are any level of ceremony, and I actually have a ton of questions to send you, Joy, because after you sent me a message, I'm like, I gotta ask her a whole bunch of stuff like it's Twin Hearts meditation online, because I should be doing this a lot more, and I would rather be doing it with all of you. It's just one of those communities I've always thought, yeah, there's real energy moving in here. There's serious healing happening in here, and I've always been so welcomed and so excited to be a part. Another skill is coming in pranic, but I don't think this is happening until either the fall or the spring. So it's either going to happen in the fall where you're like, yeah, I'm going to walk into but I feel like a lot is happening in the fall because there's a new job and there's an increase in your current, your current work. So if it's not then you're going to opt for the spring. Feels like a course, feels like it's might be 4 or 5 days, somewhere in that ballpark. Definitely worth it. By the by, so I'm going to put this to you, my Aquarian friend, in a way that gives you nothing but latitude to move with it. If you choose, you could stop working altogether in roughly 18 months to 2 years, meaning new job, work that, do the 2 things on the side. You could move out of employment altogether, in large part because I feel like your employment is now going to become an investor in your businesses, meaning the extra money that you got is going to go into your work and shoring it up even more, marketing, all this other stuff that's going to get you quite a bit of attention. I also see some sort of specific contract coming in relation to beauty. This also feels like it's happening in the fall, and I feel like you are going to have like a nice chunk of change from that onset. Like your money's looking real good after like July. Whoo, it's good, Joy. God, I am loving this reading for you, hun. Because I know you've worked hard, very, very hard for a very long time. I'm really excited about this for you. There's a chunk of money coming from some sort of beauty contract. You're definitely all in the pranic. And what's interesting about this job, because I'm asking them kind of on the side, like, is this going to be stressful or is she going to have to really power in for the first 90 days? And they're like, no, it's second nature to her. Like a lot about this job, you're going to be meticulous to want to get it right at first, but I genuinely feel like this is an offshoot of something you already have done or do. And therefore, it's not really going to be that big of a challenge. Again, it's a move up. There's definitely a step up in the position and the money, but it's not a challenge for you. And where I'm going with that is even as soon as you get to this job, you hit the ground running. So it's not going to be hard for you. And again, it feels to me 72 hours every 2 weeks. There's a reduction in your literal and actual hours. So how many hours you've had to work now for set, number of dollars, the dollars are going up and the hours, literally the hour requirement for the job is actually going down. Okay. Ooh, okay. RG7. Okay, I'm disregarding the previous question because I'm like, that's where I caught myself here. I didn't see it, but that's okay. Oh, stay tuned for an announcement. Yay, Joy. Looking to start study. New job, please guide. I need a bit more detailed question. You're looking to start studying for a new job and you want to know if that is the right way to go. If so, if that's the question, I'm getting a yes. Okay. If that's not the question, just type it out a little more detail for me so I can give it to you. Okay. Hang on, Laura. I am going to go up and then I'm going to come back down, and Sierra, I'm going to do the same thing with you. I promise. I will say this. I like how I like how this shows up in my feed. Oh, that's important. But the IG questions don't show up here, I don't think. Everything else shows up here. Sheena shows up here. Okay. So I got YouTube on one side, Facebook on Facebook and YouTube in the comments on one side. And then I've got IG on the other. Ooh, they've been treating you like royalty. Now I want to go to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Oh. What should I be doing right now in my business? Oh, okay. Okay. I think I might understand the context of this question just a little bit better. Maybe. Okay, so I answered it. Hallelujah. I like it when that happens. No, doesn't matter, Sierra. Doesn't matter. I am on StreamYard, and now you can stream to IG through StreamYard, so you can do all of them at the same time. I'm pretty sure TikTok is probably on this list, but I don't stream to TikTok because I don't have that many followers. P.S. I am looking for partners, individuals who wouldn't mind and would be excited about having me on their TikTok channel. I know we talk about TikTok. They say they're gonna shut TikTok down. They ain't shutting TikTok down. Worst case scenario, the op buys it, and we just start getting tremendously censored. Now, I do get, yes, that's how it works out initially. I also get that, and I'm just going global for a hot second because it just hit me. I've actually been asking myself this question for several days now. I also get that the kids are going to kirk out over the talk, and I actually think this is a great thing, because we know that is a form of communication that they don't want us to have. Well, they're going to take it away, and then they're going to have to give it back. When they give it back, it won't be in its original form, but it will be close. And behind that, the word I hear, and don't get alarmed when I say this, but the word I hear behind that is revolution. Maybe the revolution happens because of TikTok, because that's very relatable for Gen Z, honestly. And it's not about TikTok, it's about what they're protesting. So if that's the way it ends up playing out, that's the way it ends up playing out. I'm here for all parts and rather entertained by the notion that they really think they're going to shut down a whole social media channel. We are in strange times, y'all. Oh, okay, Sierra. I haven't seen your I don't think I've seen probably your reels in a couple of days. Because you know when I do, I always say something. You know what? I'm gonna pause for a second. Y'all, I'm all over the place here, but just stay with me. CL, I'm gonna say something else that I just came in as I'm reading the sentence again about it's a shine the light on my own insecurities. And they're saying shine brighter and through them. So in other words, yes, we all got insecurities. Child, I'm sitting out here right now thinking about how bad I need to go to the dentist. Do not get me started. Do not even get me started. Or how long it's been since I've gone live. We're all doing this to ourselves. And behind all of that, knowing none of it matters. Like the later it got in the day, the more I realized like none of this shit matters. Like why am I overthinking all parts? This is so silly. Like just let it go, relax. It's going to be fine. And a lot of what we're trying to do and accomplish and put out to the world is really our perfected version of it. Everybody thinks it's perfect. Soon as how many people tell me how great I look right now? I barely have on makeup, y'all. You should have seen me in the mirror like, ooh, child, you really finna get on camera like this? I sure am, damn it. Yeah, we're in the bear it all phase, the just get raw, real, it matters none. And again, they're continuing to say to me, CL, just go straight through it. All those insecurities literally stand out in front of them, light bright, shining, like you're naked, and go, and still here I am. This is me. The dog agrees. Okay, I like it when the dog agrees. I do. All right, let me move back down and make sure I'm getting to. Yeah, it's definitely not just you. It's not just anybody when it comes to this current transit. We are in weird times, y'all. I won't underplay that. I can't wait to hear your announcements, Joy. All right, so we got Reggie's question. Ebony New Life Brown. Why do I feel like that's somebody I actually know? Mostly because you're a Brown. Can you tell me about Can you tell me about my love life? Yes, I can. Tell me what you actually want to know. What I do when I'm online, especially when I'm doing free, just in the interest of A, time, and B, me not spending an extraordinary amount of money, energy. Money is energy, believe it or not. And energy is money, but me spinning around in the ether trying to figure out and dig through. Just point me in a direction. I'm not telling you got to tell me like a whole dissertation or a story. I just need you to tell me, I have a boyfriend, I hate his guts. You know what I mean? Like, just give me one bullet point so I know where I'm going to look. All right. Makes my job a little bit easier so that I can keep moving with this speed. Oh, am I with the right person? Ooh. I'm hearing two answers. First, I heard a yes. It was very faint, which means that's a wobbly answer already. And then I hear a whole lot of chatter after it. Yeah, but it feels like there's some kind of disparagement or some kind of disagreement between who you are and who they are. And I don't get me wrong, I feel like you can work this out, but I also feel like it's going to take some time to work this out. And am I getting this part right? Yeah. You need to be questioning the entire time. Are these things that I want to give up about myself to be in this? In other words, am I giving up me, or am I simply compromising in the relationship? That's the ultimate question for you right now. I'm going to need you to wait a few minutes. I made a promise. I make you promises all the time. I keep them, right? Come on up. Let's talk to the people for me. All right. Ebony, let me know if that answer makes sense to you. I am Jolie James. I've been having the most vivid dreams. Yeah, that's another telltale of this phase for the past weeks too. Okay, can you tell me if I should be doing more in my business? I heard yes immediately, and I think what they want from you is your voice live. Like, put it out in front of people, talk to people on. You see what I'm doing right now? That's what they want you to do, and a lot of it apparently. Is that something you do already? Kina, I heard a yes before I could barely finish reading the question. Sorry, I know you've messaged me in a couple of places and I've been MIA. My bad. Family. I'll fill you in shortly. Okay, so Joe, that makes sense. You've been hearing that as well. Well, here's the good news though. Anytime you're getting psychic intel and more than one person is giving you the same data, at least you know it's valid. You know what I mean? And you can act accordingly and make decisions that are going to be best for you. Yeah, go live. Just go live. Message me afterwards and let's see if I can help with that at all. Because, here I am going live. Nikki, brown sugar. Will I get this remote job? I heard yes. I can barely finish this. I'm also hearing a yes on this. I'm applying for the face-to-face job I applied for 2 weeks ago. They're telling me you can have that one too, but I don't think you want it. Number one. And number two, I feel like the remote job, either you have kids at home or some other responsibility, because I feel like the remote job is going to be far more realistic for your life, for your lifestyle, without causing you a great deal of stress. Does that make sense? Let me know if it does. Jolie, you're very, very welcome, honey. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go live. Pro tip. P.S. Carrie is laying down laughing because I'm actually going to say this sentence. See if you can find an app that will AI your video. This is literally what, I'll just describe it, in fact. And when I can find the app, I'll actually send you a link because very likely there's a trial on it. Take the video, like go live once, take your video, AI it, turn it into content. There's a lot of apps for that now. Why am I saying that to you? Because it'll make it a little bit easier and take the pressure off of having to go live like every day. But simultaneously, it's going to allow people to see you, hear your voice. I feel like your voice, this is also true for me. Your voice is the conduit, not only to your money, but to other people's healing. Bing! Don't forget I said that because I feel like that was major. Okay, it makes sense. Perfect. Okay, you're gonna release actually same for the podcast. Take it, AI it, so that you can put anything on the screen in front of it. You know what I mean? You can GIF it, you can put all kinds of, but use it and in multiple ways so that you are going to, You know what I mean? So that you're seen all over the place and your voice is, it feels very important that your voice is heard. So a podcast feels right on time. Um, Nikita smiles. I heard a yes on this question too before I even finished out. Maybe tonight's just the night. Everybody's getting a new job. Yeah, I'm hearing yes, there are job changes coming for you. Do you want to ask a follow up to that or something? Because I feel like there's more there, and I'm like, just ask me the question so I can keep poking along because they're saying yes, quite clearly and rather definitively. Like yeah, uh-huh. I feel like there's more than one opportunity coming, in fact, and I feel like by midsummer you're going to have your pick of I could work here, I could work there, I could work, I also hear yes on that. Oh, okay. Nikita, yeah, I also hear yes on that. Will I need to look for a new job? Yes, I hear you will actually need to look for a new job. Is there possible downsizing where you work right now? Or, yeah, okay. Whether you work for yourself or not doesn't really matter. It's the same question. Is there possible downside? Because I feel like there's a downturn or downsizing, and as a result, you end up somewhere else. Um, Hang on, I'm gonna scroll up again just to make sure. I think yeah, Keena, I answered that before I could even finish that sentence too. Yup. If you apply, you will get. P.S. Feel free to message me on if you need more detail on that. Oh, job is looking for a new contract. Okay, I'm hearing yes again. So yeah, this is done. You can you 400% can find a new contract. They're telling me August at the absolute latest, but I really feel like this is happening in July. Will it be difficult to find another job remotely? I feel like they're saying only slightly. So it may be a little cumbersome, especially at the beginning of the process. But overall, no, not so much. Doesn't feel like it's I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it being with you. It feels like it's gonna be a pain in the ass to you because you already secured a job and you're like, I don't want to do this again. Totally understand. I totally understand. In fact, I've addressed that with several entrepreneurs already tonight. So I totally understand. But yeah, it's like, I don't really want to go through all this. But, I just don't feel like going through this process. That's what it really is inside. It's like who wants to be bothered? But so that's the bothersome part. But do you know what to do, and is it going to be seamless because you know what to do? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Are they out there? If that's the question you're really asking, is are the jobs there? Yeah, I absolutely get the jobs are there. Will there be less of them? Yes, but you're also more competitive then, so I wouldn't let that be too big a factor. Okay, now I'm gonna go down. Oh, sorry, stink. Oh, sorry. Can you sit still, please? I gotta go down this list to make sure that I got all of them. Alicia, okay. Will I get the car I want soon? I hear 2 months max. It honestly really, really feels like it could happen anytime in between now and 2 months, but they are saying 2 months max. So that's the most amount of time it's going to take. Laura, when it comes to my stomach side healing, is there something specific I need to do to finish this healing so I can go back to enjoying cooked food regularly? I hear yes. More shakes. How long? Laura, because I know you personally, and also I'm, going to want to have a lunch soon. These answers are never the answers that I even want for you, but yeah, they're saying you're going to do another 2 months of shakes, smoothies, very light on the stomach lining and intestinal. Yeah, it's going to go on for a bit longer. And then I'm seeing there, and then they're saying to me, she wants to enjoy her summer. You're gonna get to enjoy part of it from the food aspect. You're going to get to enjoy, and they're also saying, and I don't mean this to be punchy because I know this is not so easy to do, but they're saying the sooner you get on this, the sooner you can get off it altogether. So yes, pull out that Sag thing, that you got that I really don't have, but you're a doer, like you complete things. So go and do those 2 months so that you can have July and August, sounds like, to really go enjoy your summer. Because I'm also seeing some travel coming for you, and I see ocean. So this is either coastal or overseas, baby. Let me know if I answered that question for you, hon. Alexandria, hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad you caught my live too. Started a business in 2021, still hasn't taken off. I know I procrastinated on things, but is it more than that? Yes. There's a fear in you. I'm genuinely curious what the business is because instantly I think, oh, this person's probably a healer because our business is scary. It means us getting out in front of folks and doing a bunch of things that aren't so, conventionally, it's not conventional wisdom. Hi, Alicia. How are you, darling? So I'm going to say this way, and please don't take this as some sort of criticism. It's not. I promise you, every entrepreneur goes through this. They're saying it's you. There's an innate fear inside of you of like, delivering on what it is you do. And I feel like that's twofold. I feel like part of it is your sense or fear of judgment from other people. And then I also get, is it going to work? Is the service or the thing that I do, is it going to actually affect people? I will tell you the latter is an absolute yes. Even when I don't think that I'm having an impact on somebody's life, and I mean, what I call the entry of what I do is psychic. Seems pretty simplistic, right? You ask a question, I give you some answers, and we move on. I can't tell you, and because I've been doing this long enough to really, even on Facebook, like I've been reading on Facebook long enough where people will show up to me that I barely know. They've never even booked readings with me, but they only caught me on Facebook and they're like, girl, you told me 4 years ago my daughter this was going to happen. I was doing this. I'm supposed to do this. All of it has changed. You know what I mean? So there's impact even when you don't know there's impact. And they're telling me what you're about to do, what you're about to embark on is very impactful. So yes, go, do. Does everybody notice, Carrie Ann, you'll help me here, bring this all home. Does everybody notice the themes? There's overriding fear, right, that is happening for some of us where we're going, is this even valuable? Is this the thing? We're questioning. That's what Pluto's doing to us, folks. It is bringing up our shadow, and this is good, believe it or not, because when you allow it to come up, right, these fears, these uncertainties, and you start to process and work through them. P.S. This is work. This is work. Everything you do in the metaphysical is work. Don't let nobody confuse you about that. Therapy is also work. Hypnotherapy is work. You get where I'm going with that? Sitting with a psychic, that's work. Tarot card read, that's work. Because in order for you to even know how to address the shadow, you first got to face what's going on. That's where we start, right here. In the psychic realms, getting the underwriting intel on what's actually going on with you, right? So to short answer, Alexandria, it's you. You're the thing holding yourself up from your business. P.S. We're all the thing holding ourselves up from our business. This ain't judgment, girl. We all do this shit all the time, and we all hold ourselves back and hold these amazing gifts and this magnificent light. Believe me, I get it. I promise you. Literally every person in this feed gets it. I promise. They're literally saying the words, get out there. Get out there. You have cards of some sort that express, or it might just be your business cards that I'm seeing, but I see you person to person networking in addition to online stuff. All right, I'm going to keep moving. Krishna Miller. Oh, sending my baby's love, Alicia. Oh, wait, is she soliciting? Oh, see, didn't I tell you? I would get on live and there'd be somebody else soliciting my folks. It's weird. And the only reason why I think people don't get away with it with me is because 99% of the time when I go live, the people on my live have already known me for 5, 7, 10 years. So they literally know how I talk, like, like how I respond in Messenger and whatnot. So they're like, yeah, this chick just sent me, bop, 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 bop. And I know it's not you because the response was weird. And I'm so glad my people know me. I appreciate y'all more than I can tell you. Please ignore any solicitations in the feed, people. This is just where we are. Oh my God, Soul Line. Let me just keep moving. That's a lot in your feed, right? That's 10 posts between 2 people. Like, damn, get your ass online and just start. If we know what you can do, we'll buy from you too. I go get psychic readings all the time, y'all. Whew, y'all be doing too much. Okay. Tamina, hi, darling. Alicia, hey, darling. Alicia, why do I feel like I'm talking to Woods Bonner? Why do I feel like you had a major aha or like a major you jumped a major hurdle recently. I'm not sure what it. I'm like, they're not really showing me exactly what it is, but it feels like you had an aha moment, and then you took a leap into something. Let me know if I'm crazy. Let me know if that makes sense. Do you feel, Michelle, I'm on your question right now. Sorry that took me so long. Do you feel Ordis is sincere? I heard yes before I can finish that sentence. And Mav will do the rehead. That part is not clear to me, sweetie. It feels like that is a dicey and a scary possibility for whoever Mav is. Real scary. Wants to, not sure if the courage is fully there. Also deeply ensconced in their shadow. So trying to get the courage, not quite, even if they may talk different, not quite there yet. Okay. Alicia, what's Bonner? Will we be doing the co-living group? I'm getting a yes on this one. Y'all, I don't know if everybody just went and meditated before you got on, but for real, all my answers have been yes. So I'm with the shits tonight, y'all. Thank you for throwing out the questions that you obviously are already fully ensconced in. This is good stuff. Yes, it feels like several families, 4 or 5 to start, 9 to 10 to finish, and it also feels like that expands out, and it feels like I feel like what you do, you teach other communities do, but they're right around you. And it's like in clusters of like 10 families per. And it's like everybody has cooperative share. And then sometimes you cooperate with other. It's dope the way it's set up. Also, I get Texas and Tennessee. Those are the states that always come up for me when we're talking about this same thing I'm getting right now. Okay, Keena already answered that one. Yes, ma'am. Job's yours without question. Esther, I'm reading your question. I'm like, why am I confused by this? Come here. 5 minutes, not even 3. Come here. Come here. You're gonna chill. Alicia, I'm gonna answer this question really quick because I see it. Will you get a car soon? Yes. Oh, they're giving me days. This is fast. The next week or two? Yeah. The car's coming very soon. Esther, 5 years. Can I ask you a question, honey? Esther, why are you asking the question about the 5 year part? Like, what made you pick that marker point? Because I swear the way they're giving this back to me is like, because you asked about 5 years, that's how long it's going to take. I don't mean that to be cute. I promise you, I'm not just being flippant. They're talking like, she's guesstimated it's 5 years and therefore it's 5 years. And I'm like, I almost feel like you're manifesting it, in other words. And I don't know if you want to do that to yourself. Give me some feedback on that. Come here. Kina, I also get a yes on the second question, although I'm not sure if it's a move. It may be, well, I guess it's what you're saying temporarily. It feels like it's a 4 months training of some sort, or at a distance doing something where you're actually visible to them and also being able to interact with, it feels like 4 or 5 different people, building a relationship with them also, so then you can go back remote, like fully. Gianna, my God, how are you? I haven't talked to you in a bit. My friend and I have been writing together for a year. Oh, with the goal of publishing about our children grief. Oh my God, I love this for you and for us. Thank you. That's pretty awesome. And what a wonderful way to honor him. Wow. Are we onto something? Yeah. Not emotional out of it. Yeah. They're already said, yeah, you're onto something. I don't feel like this is finished until 2025, but I also feel like it is literally a bestseller. Oh, honey, your timing, and I don't mean this to be creepy, but your timing is going to be impeccable when you actually release this book. It's almost going to seem like, remember when the Secret came out, right? And we were all like, what's that now? Teach it to us, Rhonda. It's gonna look, because the timing is going to be very succinct. You won't like that part when it happens, yeah, on Earth. Like, what makes it so succinct? But again, everything has a purpose and a reason. And look at God, because you're already writing it, and you have been for a year. There are no accidents. That's the ancestors working through you, honey. What you doing? Okay. Um. Wait a minute. Raw cabbage juice and aloe juice. What are we answering? I don't remember what that's about. Was that a question I asked or somebody else? Kena, what is this expertise you drop on us, my love? What is this about? Hello, 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 hello. I did. Okay. Oh, that's right. You told me you were planning a trip to Hawaii. You told me that, Laura. Okay, so okay. So then you had good. I was just about to say, if you haven't nailed down a date, go in August because I feel like you're gonna have a much better time. It's gonna be blissful, enjoyable. Really, it's just gonna feel better, and you're gonna be able to eat. And I see pineapple and some really other cool stuff on a skewer, and you're gonna be so glad that you waited a little bit. Yeah. Okay. 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 Melinda, hello. How are ya? I have some red cat. Oh, okay, you got. Oh, okay. You two are talking. Oh, wait. Do y'all know each other yet? So, Laura, do you remember the friend that I mentioned when I met you that night, Kena? This is Kena, who's giving you the advice on the aloe juice. And there's nothing Kena don't know. She's like a walking computer, I swear. Like, if you just be like, listen, I'm trying to heal this. I'm trying to fix that. She's like, do, 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 do. And then she spits something out, and it's fabulous, and it works. And there it is. Okay, so you two are talking to each other. Update me. Update me. Yeah, absolutely. Give me an update. Send me a message. Tell me what's going on. Wait a minute. Why do I suddenly feel like I need glasses? How did that happen? How that supposed to work, man? I don't even know what just happened there. Okay. Yeah, all updates. Welcome. Lorraine. Yeah, no, I didn't answer you back either, Lorraine. I'm sorry. I got, how this, we start a conversation and then somebody grabs my attention. Need to sell this house for a friend of mine. The energy is weird. And the feedback from one person was that they felt the house wasn't loved and they didn't like the energy bin. Gonna clear it tomorrow. Yes, I will tell you. If you send me a message, I'll tell you what to do. This doesn't feel deep ugly. It's just, it was built in a hurry. It was built to make money. It wasn't like, remember the house you had me, right? That house was, his intent in selling that house is there's a family that wants this house. Like there's a mom and a dad and some kids who just want to enjoy this yard. There's some heart in it. There's some love, you know what I mean, involved. And does that need to be in every transaction? No, not necessarily. But we're moving into the era of purpose. So on some level, yes, there needs to be some purpose behind it. I feel like this was let's put up a house because it's a good market type of situation, or we can sell it and make giggity, and that's all it was about. So infusion of love, pink candles, lots of rose quartz is the best place to start. And again, message me and I'll give you, give you whatever I can. Ooh, Gretchen. I have started my paranormal service. Cleansing homes. Well, damn, that seemed right on time. Wait, did you read that? And you're both on Facebook. Okay, Gretchen, you know Lorraine, right? You two were both with me over at the church. Am I making that up, y'all? Because my memory is sketchy. But I believe that's the case. So if that is the case, maybe the two of you should talk because Gretchen does this all the time. Yeah, just saying. Just putting it out there. And I keep going back. Okay, I keep going back and forth, bringing others on the team or continue to grow it alone. Oh, they're telling me you got a little more time by yourself. Not time to bring anyone on the team just yet. Soon, not just yet. And P.S. come back to me and ask, and I promise you I'll tell you when. But yeah, not just yet. You're building something, and I don't know any other way to say this. It's just really solid, very wholesome, very approachable, very, very, very salt of the earth in what you're building. Bringing other people in is going to skew that a bit. So they want you to build it at its core, much like Andrea. Okay? Just like harness, look, right? You know what I mean? Like started with granola and now look where she is, right? So it's that, you're putting the wholesomeness in it first before you bring anybody. It's what you're really doing is setting the tone of what this really is because you have a mission. Make that a part of the statement if you haven't already, by the way. There's a very specific God-led mission for you when you do this work. You know that. I know that. I'm sure other people locally know that. Use that when you're choosing people to bring them on, when you collaborate with people, who you talk to about all of that. Use that as like your North Star. It will guide you continuously. This is dope. And I've said that to you before because I've seen some of the healing work you're going to do on land. This is dope because we are now in the era of mass graves and digging up, this is amazing work. This is God's work. Make no mistake. And I'm really proud of you for doing it. Okay. Hi, Victoria. My Canadian. I just said to my dad, I said it and then I like checked myself afterwards. Like, am I lying to him? No, I got a lot of friends in Canada. Damn it. I do have a lot of friends in Canada. Thanks for verifying me. Sarah. Hi, Harlan. Hi, darling. How are you? Nicole Daniels is moving. Is this the perfect move? Is moving the perfect move? So, short answer, yes. I never like saying anything's perfect, but in the grand scheme of how you asked that question, they're giving me a hard yes. I'm doing right about waiting on this person, also a yes. And they're saying, and don't plan your life around it until you know. Make sense? I hope that makes sense. You let me know if it makes sense. Esther, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for adding. I asked because there's something. Okay. Okay. And I love that answer because that means you knowing yourself well enough to know that's not supposed to happen before that. So then the answer is yes. You will, in fact, and I feel like it's 5 years and like 4 months are going to pass and bing, it's like almost like you set an alarm clock and it's like whoosh. And then someone is there. So ashe on the self-work and what you're doing in between now and then. You're welcome, Gina. Alexandria, I walked away from my phone. No, I don't remember now either. Can anybody else tell me if I addressed? Y'all know I channel. I don't remember what I did 5 minutes ago. So if I answered that, will somebody say so, please? And thanks. Really, bro? Really? I don't. I'm gonna do DMX right now, bro. Michelle, anything I can do to help math, space and time. So I'm gonna go back to what I said to CL, and well, it started with CL and then it moved on to Carrie Ann and several other people. We cannot do the work for them, and believe me, I get it. This is hard. I know it is because I can actually feel the energy like on my right shoulder. This is really hard. It's hard to watch. It's hard to be a part of. This is someone you love desperately, and you want to make sure that they're okay. You cannot do this part for them. Makes sense? Let me know that makes sense. Oh, Gianna, I'm so proud of you. Michelle, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of all of y'all. I mean, there's just nothing but good stuff in here. I mean, for real, like everything I'm seeing is just, I'm getting yeses, a ton of them, which also tells me y'all are ensconced in the work, good people. Like you are all doing it. You'd have to be because everything you want is showing up. Awesome songs. Okay, got it. All right, so, alrighty, so Laura and Keena now know each other. I feel like that is a really good thing. Okay, Esther, I'm thinking I answered that already, unless I'm missing something. Gianna, do you see that message there, love? From Melinda. Oh my God, I'm like, I have to think my way because I'm like, that's back. I'm like, what? Okay, got it. All right. Lorraine, it's a big mass. Okay, that's why. So they built to make money. Ooh. Okay, I'm telling you something. Gretch, catch on to this one. Because Lorraine's gonna watch. Lorraine will end up landing on the builder or something like it. Whoever the builder is, and there are 4 in the country who have done this. One is actually a real estate acquirer, and the other 3, I believe, are actual builders. So in other words, they're building like probably single family homes predominantly. All of them got same. It was for money. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people can't chase the dollar, but right now we are in the throes of what is your real intent? Even if the intent had been because it's for my kids or I want to show up my family. But for some of these folks, it was just about money and they already had lots of it. It's not a judgment on my part, but what I am seeing is an edge to that energy. And the edge is, now we must add in the love. Think about it. If we're all moving to 5D, right? There's got to be purpose behind things, and purpose is the love. You know what I mean? We do things for the love of our family, for the love of our friends, for the love of our spouse. We do these things, right? Yeah, this is going to come up again, Lorraine, and it's going to come up with these builders and how desperate they are to change the energy around like these mass, and it's not one property, it's dozens, hundreds even for some of them, that have strange stories. I feel like this is something you found on Reddit or someplace else, or wherever everybody talks about Tesla, like the real truth about Tesla, like I got the car and it did this, and wherever all that information is hiding, this feels the same. Like, yeah, my house was built by so and so too, and I've had this and this weird experience. There's a theme here. There's a theme here. Okay, yes. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's time for my book. I know. Now I'm gonna get that grit in my teeth, and me and Carrie ain't gonna have 4 sessions about, oh my hell. I don't. It is. I just really want to AI the whole damn thing, but I know. It's time. It's time. It is very time. Okay. Wait, sorry, I'm just looking for questions, y'all. Okay, you do know each other already. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, I know Gretchen and Lorraine know each other. Okay. Hi, Nelda. How are you, darling? How are you? Tam. Tam, you were on my mind because I saw a post from your man's, and I can't think of his name right now. It's only because I'm trying to call it. That has been a theme for me, and I've noticed it in other people, but I swear, anytime I want to call somebody's name, I got nothing. This has been going on for months. I got nothing. I'm talking family, friends, like hell, my mama, like I can't call it. Let me get off the phone or out of the task that I'm doing, and then all of a sudden everybody's name is just flowing out of my mouth. What is that? It's a very weird energy. Can't define it, but it has been happening a lot. Anyway, Tam, welcome. Good to see you. 2 posts recently made me think about you, so I'm just mentioning it. Gretch, it is dope. Everything feels so right. Yeah, thanks for saying. Oh my God, I'm honored. I'm truly honored. Some of the things I have seen you that are achieved from your healing the land are like, they're earth changing. I can't be in more gratitude than that. I mean, it's huge. It's huge. It's huge. Victoria, should a job change come before a house move? No, not necessarily. And I guess what I'm really saying is, does it absolutely have to? No, I'm not getting that at all. In fact, I feel like you could do either or in whatever order you want, and you could pick a house based on the job you're going. In other words, you could change jobs and then move closer to that locale if you wanted to. So no, there's no express order. What they're telling me you need to do though is decide what order you actually want it to be in. That's another theme of what's happening to a lot of us right now. We already know what we want. We already know where we're going towards it. We can even see the signs of it showing up. But we're still messing around in timelines. P.S. That's a whole ass theme. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And what we're doing is playing around in these timelines, trying to decide, which timeline do I want? Do I want him? Do I want that? Do I want this? And it is our prerogative to do so, despite what Marvel may have told you. I said what I said. Now, it is our prerogative to do so. In fact, it's our birthright. So use it, but also get to a conclusion at some point. P.S. I'm talking to me as much as I'm talking to you. Decide. Decide what you want. Decide where you really want to be, because we're looking for signs. And the signs are in us. Let me say that again. We are looking for signs, and the signs are innately in us and already decided. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, Michelle. Perfection. Oh, Lord. Rose is looking for some clients too, y'all. Ooh, Jesus. It was Luther. It was. He posted something about, was it about integrity? Somebody. He posted something. You're right, Tam. It was actually Luther. He posted something, and I was like, yeah, like like you see something, you're like, yeah. And then I went back to it. I was like, Tam doing right now? I was like, she good, she good. And then I saw a post from Yancy. I don't remember what it was about, but it made me laugh. And I saw that you liked it, and it just made me laugh even more. I miss my folks. I do. I miss my people. Tiara, will things turn around for me? Yes. However, comma. You're walking through the thick of something right now. You know what I mean? It feels like I can feel you're in the thick of something right now. It feels like you're being tested. I'm going to say this to you this way. You are being tested. Look at this as a test. Understand that there are no There are no consequences that are greater than you. Let me know if that sentence makes sense. There are no consequences that are coming that are greater than who you are, that are going to be so outstanding that they're going to throw you off your whole life game. You're still walking the path and you're still going in the direction you want to be. It looks muddy right now. They're showing me you walking. I'm no exaggeration. There's also a tarot card that matches it. But they're showing me you walking through what looks like a blizzard. I haven't seen a blizzard since I left New York. Like really, like just snow where you can barely see. And I see you head down, trying to keep yourself warm, walking through this energy. It's hard now. I totally get it. Is there a light at the end of that tunnel? Yeah. It is a little bit a while from that. I don't want to exaggerate that and pretend like it's next week. I don't feel that. Instead, it feels like it's going to be some months. Continue to say to yourself in your mind what we all know about the emergency broadcast system. This is a test. This is only a test. In the case of a real emergency, and believe it or not, even though it seems like it feels like guns are blazing, seeming like everything is pointing at you, and therefore this must be the real emergency, they're saying it's not. They're actually preparing you for some outstanding things coming in some months, but right now you're being tested. This is some of this about family, hun, for you, in particular your mom. Tim, you have another senior. What? Okay. I gotta say, my friends, my colleagues, my people be doing the damn thing when it comes to your kids. Kids coming out of high school with these GPAs that are more impressive than I can even speak of. They're going to college, going off becoming entrepreneurs, cheer squads, winning trophies. I'm continuously impressed. And your girls always impress me. They just do. Like, I believe it or not, I watch this stuff. Like, I really pay attention. Like, wow, her kids seem really happy. Like they are doing the damn thing. Congratulations. Wait, this is not the oldest. Is this the middle or the youngest? No, she's not there yet. Right? No. No, the youngest two would not be old enough to be graduating. So it's your middle child, I'm guesstimating. Tiara, that makes sense? Okay. Take a deep breath. In fact, let's all do this together. Okay, second child, middle child. Okay, gotcha. Second one. Okay, congratulations. Please pass that along to her. Oh, I'm so excited for y'all. This is wonderful. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take credit for that in my book, Tim. I'm gonna just let you know in advance. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you street credit at the end. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna take credit for this one. Oh yes, I used to talk to them before they were together. Look at them now. The kids are graduating. Yeah, I like to take credit for a lot of people's stuff, y'all. Oof, I heard yes on that one before I finished reading it, baby. I heard yes on that before I finished reading it. Scholarships are coming, and I hear more than 3. How? Yes. Money's coming. She's a good student and a good athlete. They keep calling her a scholar. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of y'all. I am proud of you, truly. Oh boy, wonderful. Kids graduating. Nelda, sorry, I missed you, baby. Is there anything that I should be doing or practicing releasing to open myself for love? Or is that door fully closed? For now, and it only feels like about a month, why do I feel like you're doing plant medicine in the next 4 weeks, literally? Like in the next 4 to 5 weeks, like before, I'll say that, before the end of May, I feel like you're doing plant medicine. Is that a thing that's already on your docket? And if not, go look for it. Or just, we figure out, just get some shrooms, whatever. You can facilitate your damn self. And frankly, you know what I mean? Any one of us could facilitate you online because, you know what I mean? You've already been down this rabbit hole several times. My point, yeah, it feels like you're about to turn a page, have a major aha. It feels like it's plant. It really does feel like it's plant. Or it could be cannabis, could be anything. You know what I mean? But it feels to me like you're having a major aha moment. This feels like it's coming in a matter of a month. And when it does, there's a watershed moment where it's like, I almost feel like you cry it out, purge it out, and it's like, oh, okay, now there's room for what I really wanted. Right on the other side of that, I'm seeing a potential relationship with someone that definitely has some, this has very long-term potential. We're going, okay, we're going, baby. We're going. I'm sorry. It took too long. I'm sorry. Okay, there's like 2 more questions. You can hold on? You can hold on. Yeah? Okay. Okay. How many tours will I do this year, Alicia? Okay. I started off with 10 and then they leaped to 100 and I'm like, how? They said 10. I'm like, I'm analyzing and I shouldn't be because I know better, but they said 10. So let's start with that. That's a lot. Go ahead, girl. I bragged about you today too. I said, you know, one of my people, somebody I taught, he's out in Ecuador, right? I'm telling this to my dad earlier. Out in Ecuador right now. About to start doing retreats. I couldn't be prouder. I don't know. Maybe this is my holy ground moment. Just know what you did, kid. Sea Arrow, will the 4th king in my path make himself known, Zoot? I heard yes. Can I ignore the other 3? Girl, you know that's how the audience works. No, ma'am. And I swear they were answering it before I even got to read it because they were going, you know that's not how, that's literally what it is. You know that's not how this works. No, ma'am, you cannot skip the other 3. Stop trying to skip over your shadow work. It's not going to work that way. And you want to do it because it makes the 4th so much easier. Exactly. You want the easy, you just answered it for me. You want the easy, calm, peaceful, abundant timeline. Surrender. It's a lesson. They're all lessons. Let them be. It doesn't mean you have to give them everything that you are. Perhaps you need a session. P.S. My link will be up shortly after I walk the dog. Then I'm going to come back and then I'm going to throw up some links. And they will be to the page. They will start with individual sessions so we can start working through all this shadow. I literally heard 4. Alicia, I heard 4. Girl, I'm in. I know that's right. So yes, short answer, yes. Apparently, yes, very much. Oh my goodness, she has 12 million, but not for. Sorry, I changed my positioning on that one. God damn. Whoo, yo, yo, what? Oh, come on now. I'm gonna need a whole nother segment just to talk about you and Luther and the kids. Really? Oh, that's a lot of money. Ashe, very impressive. These kids, I tell you, they are all right. Tiara, you're very welcome. I'm hoping I answered all of it in that, but you're very, very welcome, darling. Tam, congrats, babe. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So the plants were already on your radar. Yes. Flower power. Should I change my job? Not quite. At least not yet. I feel like maybe you want to ask that again in about 4 months, and then you're going to get a more definitive answer. Not right this minute, though. I don't know if this is a job that passes out bonuses or something, but I feel like there's some benefit to staying through the summer. So there you go. I'm going to look over here real quick just to see if I missed anything because my dog's starting to get that look on his face like, I'll piss on your lap, lady. Don't piss me off, right? It's like, I'll do it. He's falling down now. Sorry, Bubba. How many tours? Yep, I got that. Okay. I think we're good. All right, ladies and gents. Follow me on whatever you're on, IG, YouTube. This is the way we're going to start doing lives, all the channels, all the time. I will be on again very soon, in large part because we are in some huge portal days right now, right? And we can work out a little bit of shadow. So feel free to let other people know. Share this with folks even after the fact. I'm thrilled to be talking with all of you. We are in some really interesting times right now. And yes, folks, there are events coming, meaning my personal events that we'll be able to talk all about what's happening on the planet. A lot's happening on the planet. I know it's wild. It's wild to watch. It's wild to be. What's that phrase everybody keeps using? Isn't it? Is something about what a time to be alive? That's what everybody keeps saying, right? What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Seriously. All right, y'all. I love you. I'm proud of so many of you doing the work, facing the hard stuff, and coming out the other side with manifestations and the things that you've been working towards or holding space for or working the magic for. However we get there is how we get there. I'm proud of all of you. I think you're awesome. Thank you. Oh, you're going to remind me, Alicia, and I'm going to be there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Links coming shortly, so you can jump on my list, and I will send you the purge session sale links so you can get yourselves purged if that's what you need. More coming from me later on, but yes, stay tuned. I will see you again very soon. Be good. Have a good rest of the weekend, ladies and gents. And remember, this is a test. This is only a test. In the case of a real emergency, we'll know it. I promise. Right now, we're all just getting tested. And some of us are coming out with streaming fantastic colors, y'all. We're doing okay. You're welcome so much. I love all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thanks for dropping comments. I appreciate you bringing your energy. Everybody. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do this in pieces. That first, then this.